So I don't want to do this because it is so cliche to call the process of writing a book a journey, but that is the only way to describe Paeans 2, the space between it. July 2023 that I opened the door for commissions. That's it. It was 21 months of a process. It was during some of my most difficult times in life. I lost my father and my grandpa.
The Hope for Faith, a poem for Susan Cabot.
Poetry is a vehicle that can take us further than the limits of our own shores. Not a basket big enough. A poem for Janice Fairchild in celebration of 43 years of marriage. Even if you travel to a place you've been before, every journey has its own unique life. And so it was with this.
He sang to us about outlaws and gardening, and he told us that when you wish upon the tiniest stars, the whole world hears you. That's my favorite bit.
I needed time to be able to hold the poems again. When the time came, I found the poems were like soft cushions in a room of one's own I could sink into. Just released my second collection of reader-commissioned poems, Paeans 2, The Space Between Us. And for a time I couldn't turn to them. And I'm going to put each and every poem into a bottle, so if you have a poem commissioned, it's going out to sea. I wanted to turn to them, wanted to with my whole heart to be able to resume a project it had endeavored before it was broken into so many pieces.
What I didn't see then was the world was looking back at me from the window, but I think I felt it. I could feel the flourish of the future coming for me.
Sometimes I don't believe you're gone. Like reaching for a light switch in the remodel you thought was just a dream. But what wasn't planned is my dad passing the day before his birthday last year on May 12th. They birthed a new creative spring in my mind, and the second drafting process felt like putting a small piece of a broken world back where it belonged. I heard from a friend you were pretty kind to people, so whatever comes next, I think you're going to get the best. But one never knows who will get to the afterlife first. So I guess we both just better catch the sunset tonight. So I'm super excited that Paeans 2 is out in the world. I love this book. I've been getting great feedback. I love the cover by Sue Sullivan. And please grab a copy. Please support independent artists such as myself. And I think it's a book that I hope you love it as much as I do. I met in that poem a friend across both canyons of time and realities of geography. And I feel because it was written from a difficult period of my life, it also caused me to bring my best to the work after. It was interesting in the second and third and even for some poems fourth drafting process how I didn't realize at the time of writing how much nautical, oceanic imagery there is in this. Earth is the cradle, the sea our mother. You are who is born to a universe of stars so that it is not just a cold cosmos. Life, like art, is an ever-widening journey. I sort of had to surrender to the process of the poem itself. Poetry. This is the thread that weaves the hearts of our world together in a communion unsurpassed by the disjointed purvey of the dopamine devices. Dancing on Earth with you, Luke. Of poems to me, they involve people I know, some I've met, some that are simply comments I see on my page on the internet. In the first collection of Paeans, there was this interesting situation where I could not get a hold of one of the women who commissioned a poem to send her the original draft, and I tried every available avenue. I put out a call on my page, so I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she passed away or what, but it's a very interesting process collaborating with such a large, relative to a book of poetry, group of people on the book. So I think every commissioner's spirit is really in this book, and it's something that was birthed by us all together. Sometimes I don't believe you're gone. Like reaching for a light switch removed in the remodel you thought was just a dream. Sometimes it's hard to believe you are ever here, like looking at life through the wrong end of a telescope. Artists, a lot of artists resonate with this. You're too close to it to know what to do further with it. So you put it aside, you forget about it, you try not to think about it. And part of the process of a book like this I always say in my writers' retreats, is the pause. Because when you just create something, you know, if you commissioned a poem, those first drafts you got, that was the initial kind of whew, like getting something into being on paper.